Hi class. Before we get started today, I wanted to do a mindfulness activity to talk about your feelings and why you may feel the way you feel. So if we look at this picture of this kid, you can see there are little bubbles around his body. It's titled How Anger Feels. And this is a very good way to understand all of the different ways your feelings are affecting you. So when you're feeling these huge feelings, the anger, sadness, embarrassment, this is something you can do to kind of ground yourself and feel a little bit better and understand why you're feeling that way. So if you look at this area, it says, my ears feel. Maybe your ears feel a little hot. It says, my eyes feel. Maybe your eyes feel dry. Maybe you feel like you're going to cry. My face feels. This is another one where when you're really angry, maybe your face gets bright red and feels hot and you feel sweaty and kind of clammy. Then it says my mouth feels. Maybe you're getting a dry mouth. My belly feels. Sometimes when we're angry, our stomach can really hurt. Maybe we can feel nauseous. My feet feel. Maybe your feet feel clammy. Maybe you feel a little unbalanced. My hands feel. I know when I have these big emotions, my hands feel super clammy. And then it says down here, when I get mad, I will. And this is 3 different ways that you would calm down. So maybe you would take deep breaths. Maybe you would count down from 10. Maybe you would talk to somebody about it. Maybe you would go and hug your pillow or pet your dog or play a video game. Just 3 different ways that you can calm down when you're feeling this feeling. And you can take this in mind when you're feeling sad or scared or upset in any other way. How does your face feel? How does your belly feel? These are all good ways to know that you're feeling upset and that you need to calm down. In our last lesson, we talked about the problem-solving steps, STEP, and we covered S, say the problem, without blame. That was a big thing we learned. You shouldn't be blaming somebody when you're trying to solve your problems. So we're going to sing Step Up, and I want you to draw an S in the air every time you hear say the problem.
Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. S is when you say, give the problem a name. Here's the problem, no one's to blame. D is thinking straight, respectful things you can try. Maybe this, maybe that, or something else will fly. E, exploring how those things you think might go. Think it through, blow by blow. P is picking out the choice that works the best. Step it up and you will see you won't be stressed. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. You know those times in life when you were losing your cool. Say someone wrecks the game that you are playing at school. You wanna scream, you wanna call them a fool. But calm yourself and solve the problem using this rule. Step up. S is when you say, give the problem a name. We can't agree on the rules of this game. T is think and say, respectful things you can try. We could take turns or try your rules some other time. E, exploring how those things you think might go. If we do this or that, it could work, don't you know? P is picking out the choice that works the best. Step it up and you will see you won't be stressed. Step is what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Here's what you do when you have a problem you gotta solve. Step up. Step up.
Connor and Tiana are partners who are having a problem. Let's watch their story again.
Have you ever been working on a school project with a partner and everything is going well? And then something happens. A problem comes up out of nowhere. Well, Connor and Tiana are out here in the hall working on a poster together. but they don't look too happy. Let's find out what's going on.
Wait, I said the title should be red. Everyone uses red. It's a dumb color. No, it isn't. Green is dumb. Green looks a lot better than red. A lot better. Fine, then I'm just gonna make my own poster. Go ahead, then I can just test one up and do a better one by myself.
Hey, what's going on? I'm guessing from all the racket around here that there's some kind of problem.
I don't want to do the poster with him anymore. I don't want to focus you either. He thinks my color is dumb, but his is dumb. Let's just tear it up then.
Wow, these are powerful feelings. You haven't forgotten what you do first when you're this upset, have you? The first thing is calm down. How do you do that? With your stop signal. Remember what you chose as your signal?
Relax. Be cool.
Okay, good. Can you name your feelings?
I'm frustrated and mad. I feel fed up.
You've just done something pretty important. You've named your feelings. Frustrated, mad, fed up. It sounds like you're exasperated. All of this adds up to being stuck. You've got a poster project that is on the way to nowhere.
Unless... What?
Unless you can get some help from your brain. That's why you need to calm down, so you can think. I think it's time for some belly breathing. Now that everybody's calm, you can start solving your problem with STEP. Let's start with S.
Say the problem, right? The problem is Connor never listens to me. Yeah, but you're always bossing me around.
Sounds like you're both playing the blame game. When you say words like never or always, you're blaming each other. Connor never listens to my ideas. Tiana is always bossing me around. Sound familiar? Those are blaming words. Your words make it sound like your partner's at fault. But you can figure out how to say the problem without blame. Here's a way you can say the problem without blame. It works by figuring out what you want or need. Tiana, tell us what you want or need.
I want to use red for the title.
Connor, what do you want or need?
I want to use green for the title.
If we put those wants together, we can say the problem is...
We both want to use different colors for the title.
I think you're onto something.
Connor and Tiana are ready for the next step. What is it? Think of solutions. Safe and respectful is something to keep in mind. They must always be safe and respectful. Safe means no one's body or feelings get hurt. What does it mean to be respectful? Treating others like you would like to be treated? Being kind and compassionate? Being empathetic? Let's watch the next part and see what they come up with.
You're both able to say what the problem is, right? To do that, you've included both of your wants.
We both want to use different colors for the title of our poster.
No fault, no blame. Let's go on to the next step. T, think of solutions. Safe and respectful solutions. So, this is the fun part. Think of as many ideas as you can.
I guess we could each do our own poster, but Miss Nelson wants us to learn to work the partner. We could agree on a different color. I know, we could toss markers in the air, and whichever lands on the poster is one wins. But what if we hit someone on the head? Maybe that's not too safe. What if we use both colors for the title?
This is some good thinking. Tiana and Connor, you're using your brains. You've got a lot of ideas. I like that in a second grader.
Think about the solutions that they came up with. Choosing a different color, tossing the markers in the air, and using both colors. Do all of those seem like safe solutions? I don't think the marker one is the best idea because Tiana said we might hit someone in the head, so probably not do that one. The next step is E, exploring consequences. Consequences are things that happen as a result of what we decide to do. Here's an example. Let's say you get a B on a test and you go home and show your parents. A positive consequence would be that they give you an extra dessert that night. A negative consequence would be that they ask you to study harder so you can get an A, and they take away your TV privileges. Let's watch the next part of the video.
So, we've definitely got some safe and respectful solutions going on. Let's go to the next step. E is for explore, as in explore the consequences. You know, like what could happen. So, what is the good stuff and the bad stuff in these solutions?
If we each do our own poster, then we might not be able to finish them today. And if we try to agree on different color, then we might start arguing again. But if we use both colors, then we can each have the color we want. That sounds good.
For each consequence, show a thumbs up if you think it's positive. Show a thumbs down if you think it's negative. Making two different posters. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Deciding on a different color, not red or green. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Using both red and green in the poster. Thumbs up or thumbs down. So there are a lot of consequences for these, right? So for the first one, if they both do a different poster, they might not get credit for the assignment because their teacher wants them to work together. And also, like Tiana said, they might not be able to finish it that day like they're supposed to. If they wanted to use a different color entirely, then maybe they could argue again over what color to choose. Maybe Tiana wants purple and Connor wants orange. But if they decide to use both colors, then they both get exactly what they want. They get to do the assignment together and they won't argue about it. Those are the consequences for all of the decisions. The last step is P, pick the best solution. Make your plan. Think to yourself what decision you think Connor and Tiana should pick. We're going to watch the last part of the video now.
I think you're ready for the last step. P, pick the best solution. What do you think? What would work best?
I think we should do both colors for the title. We can do one red letter, then one green letter, or make them green and red stripes.
Personally, I like triangles.
Or green with red polka dots. Yeah, this is the best idea. Yeah.
Thumbs up if Connor and Tiana picked the solution you thought they would pick. I didn't think about the idea of doing different patterns and stripes and polka dots. That was a really cool compromise. Using STEP step, Connor and Tiana solved their problem. Now they can do a good job making their poster and have fun too. Now you'll think of solutions for the problems that we discussed in the last lesson. Then you'll decide if the solutions are safe and respectful. I'm going to show the poster so that you can refer back to it while I name the scenarios. So the first scenario, Shauna needs to use the pencil sharpener, but Peter is sharpening a lot of colored pencils. STEP, what would you do? Say the problem without blame. We both need to sharpen our pencils and there's only one pencil sharpener. Think of solutions that are safe and respectful. Maybe Peter sharpens one more pencil and then lets Shauna use it and then he can go back. And every time somebody else comes up to use the sharpener, he lets them go and then sharpens his own pencil. Explore consequences. Maybe Peter is in a hurry and needs to sharpen all of these colored pencils, and if he keeps letting people cut in front of him to sharpen their pencils, that he'll be late for class or his assignment, or that he won't have time to finish his assignment. Maybe they need to talk to their teacher and ask if she has another pencil sharpener that they can use. What would be the consequence of that? Maybe it would be interrupting class time or lesson time. Pick the best solution. Maybe Shauna could ask her neighbor next to her if they have their own pencil sharpener. Kim and Ian are arguing over who gets to be the line leader. How would you use STEP to work on a solution? Say the problem without blame. There can only be one line leader. Think of solutions. Maybe Kim lets Ian be the line leader this week and she can be it next week. Or maybe Ian lets her be line leader this week and he can be it next week. Maybe they ask their teacher if they can both do it. Explore consequences. What if Ian or Kim are sick next week? Then they want to be able to be the line leader like the other one had promised. Maybe if they ask their teacher, they'd be interrupting class time. Then they would pick the best solution. Today you practice solving problems using STEP. Say the problem, think of solutions, explore consequences, and pick the best solution. The solutions must be safe and respectful so nobody's body or feelings are hurt. Remember, we want to treat others like we want to be treated, especially when problem solving.